Yo, shout out to everybody here on the live. We made massive gains, not massive, but big fat gains last night. I'm going to teach you how we did it. And I know it seems like we're always winning, but we are. I sold the local top. We're going to break it down for you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. If you're in the trading group, we took gains. I'm going to show you how we did it last night on MEXC, baby. MEXC, the only place to be. Lowest fees of the game on MEXC. Hit the link to MEXC. I also had a nice trade open on Weeks as well. Absolutely lovely. Beautiful day to be alive. But I just want to show you how we traded Bitcoin last night in the trading group so you could have made massive gains. Instead of showing you gains and being like, ha, 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 I want to show you, hey, this is how we were able to make some massive gains here. So let's break it down. Hey, I just get this surge of heat right when I start the live stream, man. But I am hot cakes right now. We're going to take a look at BTC, the DXY. We're going to show you all of my madness today. So get ready, get excited. It's coming, and it's coming fast. So shout out to everybody here. So last night, all right, let's break down what happened. I was watching the 5-minute time frame last night. Number one, we saw a double bottom on the 1 minute. The 1 minute did a beautiful double bottom last night. I'll show you right here. Give me a second. I got to zoom into a bunch of different stuff here to show you. Then we're going to give you your update, but I don't want to be rude. I want to show you how we made the gains. I think that's the nicest thing I could do for somebody is say, hey, I made gains last night. Let me show you how I did it. So we saw this kind of like double bottom behavior here with a bullish div. We started to rip. When we crossed the 200 MA, I get excited. That's when I start thinking about getting into a long, right? Boom. Then we look at the 5-minute time frame. The 5-minute had to crack the 200 MA to remain bullish, and I saw this flag beginning to brew here. And so I started longing down here at about 79,000 even is when I got into my trade. So yeah, somewhere right about there. And then this thing would continue to moon. And then I sold right here. Why did I sell right here? The 1 hour time frame was too far away from the 21-day moving average. And I knew that when we boom up like this and we gap away from the 21, that we were likely going to be cooked for at least a couple hours. So I said to my trading group, this is where we should make a sideways projection or a downward flag, and either we're going to go sideways or down, but I would sell the top here, and that's exactly what I did. I'm already in massive. So, and that was around like 7:30 in the morning. So by 7:30, I had already closed my trade that I had opened last night, and I was grinding in the group. If you see when I went to bed and when I love you guys. No one works harder, but I'm up at 157. I'm back at 7 in the morning showing you how the gain happened. So and I'm piecemealing the entire thing for you. Showing you how the flag is. Look, I'm showing you, here's the flag we're playing. We got into the trade here. We're at the bottom of the flag. We want to see this pump to 81,008 really was the target. All right, but we could get to 80,006. This is a secondary flag. This stuff just kept coming. And so if you go back into the Discord and you watch this happen, and I'm showing you all 20%, then I say, listen, we got to break the 5-minute 200 MA to remain bullish. We get above the 5-minute, we get the pump exactly as I teach you. Trade continues to pump. All right, I talk about how the daily is possibly making a tweezer top. I show you how we cross the 1 minute 200 MA and how that's my signal to get into a long. I show you a possible projection for an inverted head and shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. I show you bullish div on the 4-hour and show you how strong that bullish divergence is. I'm teaching all night long. I love to teach. 117, I'm showing you how we broke out. I'm giving you your secondary. If you didn't get the first flag, I gave you this flag that continued to pump to the upside. Target was 81,828. Bang, bang, bang. And then this is the last thing I give you at 157 in the morning. Right there, another perfect entry with a stop below there if you want. All right. And then lo and behold, that would rip right to the target. No stop loss got hit to 81,828. And there we had a beautiful, beautiful morning trade. So it started last night about, 10, 11 o'clock. I moved it in the morning as we started to pump, and I closed the trade around 7 a.m. Kept my computer on all night so I could just wake up and close the trade. Then I sold right here, and I knew we were going to come back down to the 21-day moving average because I study this for the last 15 years, and it's a kind of a boring story for me, but it's, you guys just can't say it's boring. It's the same thing over and over again. It replays. But the one thing that you have to do, all right, is stay level-headed. What? What's so funny? Shout out to everyone. You got to be level-headed, And the key to staying level-headed is how you speak to yourself, all right? You got to speak to yourself with confidence. Listening to Jim Rohn today, he talked about how, you speak words to yourself and they create a pharmacology of chemicals inside of your brain that actually grow your reality. If you speak negative thoughts, if you tell, how do you talk to yourself? Ask yourself, how do I speak positively to myself? Like me, it's going to sound rude. Some people think it's rude, but I know I'm destined for greatness. I know $1 billion will come into my life one day. I know that for a fact. I'm going to make it happen. It's already been done. I've already thanked God for the $1 billion, and I've already given 80% of it away because who needs it? God bless each and every one of you for being here. I love you all, and I thank you all for jumping on in and being a part of this amazing live stream. So listen, whenever we get strong bullish div and the moving average get tight, we tend to get a move back up to the 200 MA. We're going to talk about all this, but look, shoulder, head, right shoulder, possible double bottom. Can this cup and handle? Can this Sammy cup and handy with this double bottom, begin to get us out of this mess to the upside? That's what we're going to look at in a second. First, we're going to take you to the weekly, show you what's happening. Shout out to Desert Crypto. Thank you so much to the member for 16 months. Good morning. Good morning. Let's get the watchers up to the likes. Thank you so much. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate that. And I got some cool lines, right? Likes up to the watchers. I didn't know what the channel does, what we do over here. Eh? I've never seen anything like this. Babe, I played a cop. I played a fireman. It doesn't matter, babe. I can do this. I'm Marky Wahlberg. I've done this. I was the shooter in that movie. I took the guy down. I was in Afghanistan. I was running around. I was Dirk Tickler. I've done it all, babe. It doesn't matter. I can do this. I know I can. I was with Will Ferrell. I played cops. I've done it all. I told Tom Brady not to go with that curly head kid. I told him not to do it with the FTX. He did it anyway. I was in Gala with The Rock. Joyner Lucas hanging out. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Just kind of make you laugh a little bit with the Marky Wahlberg impersonations. So look, we're coming back down to this key resistance. Can we bounce off of it on the weekly? There's a chance. There's a chance. What is the bullish sign? I'm going to give you the bullish sign first. Cheer you up a little bit, all right? You got what's called hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence is a very rare signal on the weekly. I've only seen it once every 5 to 6 years of the weekly. It is very rare. You barely get it. This would tell us that we are in for some type of super cycle, a bigger cycle than we've ever seen. I'll tell you what, my trader instinct, I did this video the other day on the monthly candle close. And I came up with some big realizations that I don't know anyone else has come up with. I'm going to talk about them later on in the stream because they're going to go on a bit of a tangent. But they're about, I really think I have some trader instinct that no one else is saying that can really give us some insight into where this market's going to go. I got a unique thought here, though. It's unique to me. I haven't really heard anybody talk about it. But we'll get back to that in another time. I'll have you hanging. That's a cliffhanger. 11:15, 11:30, someone remind me, say, Sammy, what about that thing you were talking about? That cliffhanger thingy. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So, swing up to swing up on price action with a swing down on the RSI with low stochastics. And then if you pull a Fibonacci from impulse, and I mean, there you could say no, but I like to pull it from this impulse because that's where it began, hard body. And you're in the golden pocket, and if you come from the beginning of this, you're in the 786 Fibonacci retracement. So these are bullish statements, and then previous support could become resistance here for Bitcoin. So everyone is bearish. Also, whenever this got to a 10 and I bought, it was the best thing I ever did. So anytime this got into a 10 area and I bought Bitcoin, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So buying around, now it's at 24. When it hit a 10, I had to buy it. So again, what is up with my hair, man? I got to get a haircut. You know what it is? I work so much, and then I need that 1 hour to leave, the hour to get the haircut. By the time I get back, I just don't got time. I ain't got time. I need someone to come to I used to have a guy who came to my house and cut my hair. He did it for like 4 years in New York. Awesome, man. He was an intern, so I let him do it once. Then he got better, and then he'd cut my hair for years. He'd show up. He'd cut my hair in like my computer chair. He figured it out, and I never had to go to a barber for years. Now, not so much, right? Now I'm not spoiled like I was before. But Extreme Index 24. I wasn't even rich back then. I was broke as a joke, but I had a good setup with that dude. 24, man. Fear and Greed Index. I was never broke as a joke, but you know what I mean. It wasn't like this. So Extreme Fear 24, right? Man, I keep forgetting to wear the Rolex, man, on the stream. That's how you know I'm not money hungry. So look, there's resistance here for Bitcoin. So I like this hidden bullish divergence. I like what I'm seeing. Let's break down the 3-day chart. So the 3-day chart also, this would be our first reversal. You have to get a reversal. And you have to get tweezer bottoms. Tweezer bottoms is how you get the first reversal. That's just how it happens. So you got to get the reversal. You also have hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day chart. You're also extremely oversold in the stochastics RSI, like the lowest we've been in a long time. suggesting even if we are going to go lower, there has to be some type of bounce here for Bitcoin. So I'm a little more bullish than bearish for Bitcoin on the bigger time frames. All right. But, the smaller time frames can confirm negative vibes. So right now we're below the daily 200 MA. That is a bearish sign for me. Remember yesterday I talked about opening up the hedge short, meaning you keep your stop loss here and you keep it somewhere down here in case we take a nasty dump. I ended up selling that hedge short when we dipped really hard yesterday because I could see potential reversal on the 1 minute. And I saw that, I saw the 1 minute bullish divvy. And to me, and then I also saw, I'll show you what I saw too. I also saw this daily bullish divergence. So we have bullish divergence, we have hidden bullish on the weekly. And then we have bullish div on the daily. Like whenever I've seen that, it's a screaming buy. Like it tells us we're going to break to the upside. And then, we have this potential for some type of inverted head and shoulder that could break to the upside too as well there for Bitcoin. So I like what I'm seeing for BTC on the daily too as well. However, it really depends on what happens today. Again, I'm not in the short anymore, but you could still technically open up this head short. The closer to the 200, the better. Again, I'm going to wait for some other signals there, like another bear flag. But Bitcoin is rolling over right now. So today, I already made gains. I don't need to trade live. I might have, but I don't, tomorrow we also have information coming at us. I'm going to break that all down for you, man. This stream is awesome. We hit you with so much good stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love you guys. Guys and girls, I think we have the most ladies of any stream in crypto, baby. I would put a test to that. This is the most, unisex stream in the game. We got people from all around the world too, because you know why? We live by the love, baby. We live by the love, and it's all about that love. Oh, well, my tip chart isn't out. Oh, yeah, because I got rid of that. I can move this over now. I forgot. More real estate for Sammy. And we have no sponsors on the channel at the present moment in time. No sponsors. We are not sponsored by anybody. Our voice is our own. All right, even though we only did iTrust Capital, BOOKMAP, and, I think some of the best, sponsors you could have, the cleanest. But still, now we're completely clean. Now you can't say a word. We just produce our own brand, Crypto Lifer. Maybe that will change if we can align ourselves with the right brand at the right time. But right now, it's not the case. So look, we have this beautiful daily double bottom there, and not double bottom, tweezer bottom. And we want to see this close as such. So we just need a tweezer bottom today, please. If we are bullish, we'll close a tweezer bottom, and we go from there. So we need the daily to close a tweezer bottom. We need this inverted head and shoulder to begin to come to fruition. And look, you're oversold in the 22, oversold on the 8-hour, right? All these time frames suggest on this RSI, you're going to get a bit of a bounce, and the stochastics RSI too as well. See those Stokes looking pretty interesting with the curvature there to the upside. So it's suggesting we could be getting some type of bounce, right? But look, this is crazy. The 8-hour went all the way to 82.180, only to get rejected right back down. And again, that was that move there on the 1-hour time frame. So here we stand. And remember, we talked about the camel trading. It's the tail here, right? You got your hoof, your secondary hoof. You usually got a hump or two humps. And this is the camel head. And the camel likes to spit to the out, and so that's camel trading 101. We used to trade this camel all the time. We really did. It's funny. You don't spit out your coffee right now. But we used to trade this camel all the time. We really did. Like in 2020, 2021, there's some footage of me talking on Telegram. I'm like, we've got it. We've got the camel. So what we're looking for is some type of bounce here for Bitcoin on the 1-hour time frame. I suggest it was going to take, anywhere between 3, I'd say 5 and 6, 7, 8 hours for this to kind of move into a bit of a flag and then possibly pump up to about 86,044. So this is the key level that I'm looking for. This is what I'm watching. And what is the bearish side? The bearish side is the 15-minute right now. See how it like played games in the 200 MA? So we would lose the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. That would be and then we would dump right back down to this bottom here at 76,008 and then continue to dump. Could that happen? It's possible. It is possible. We have some resistance now, which could become support. Right there at this line. See the resistance. So as long as Bitcoin can stay above 79,007, I give it some faith. We can get we're going to be all right. As long as we can stay above the 5-minute 200 MA. If we lose the 5-minute 200 MA, I'm going to flip bearish again. If we lose the 1 minute already did lose it. So we're in quite a tight spot right now for Bitcoin. A little more bearish on the smaller time frames. Not enough confirmation to give us the long yet. So we're kind of in waiting on this Tuesday. And what we'd like to see is this turn into a bounce. Get a bounce here, start the flag out, go sideways, and that would tell us that we could long. So we wait for permission to long. We wait for the charts to tell us what to do. Other than that, we really don't have to force the hand of the trade. We already made gains today too. Remember that. We don't have to give back the gains in which we made. I don't, as long as you made 500, 600, 800, I don't care. As long, it stacks, baby. It stacks. It all adds up over time. Just keep adding to the stack. Anyone being trader in this volatility, I'm long, spot holder. So I don't care about these moves. I love trading this volatility. It's absolutely amazing. I've been making boatload. It's been good. It's been a good couple of weeks. So let's see if we can continue. March has been a green month for me on my P&L. Let's continue to push this baby to the upside, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So anything could happen. So this is your bullish scenario, your bearish scenario. All right. Is this makes some type of falling, some type of bear flag. It comes to a height here. We eventually get to a resistance. We never get back above 83,750. We lose, the 5-minute 200 MA, and then we collapse. And we head all the way back down here somewhere to 74,100 for Bitcoin. So there's your bearish scenario. So if we were to lose this trend line, lose the 200 MA, start to make a bear flag here. So look, if you'll come here, you'll make some type of bear flag, and that'll be your entry for the bear flag. Other than that, I wait for this to consolidate and I go long. So right now, I don't have a trade because my edge has not been displayed. It will be at one point. Right now, it's bearish, though. Look at that. I mean, the more they dump it, the worse it's going to get. Like, that's nasty. And the resistance there at 82,000. So it could have been just that dead cat bounce. Give people a little bit of hopium just to get them to long and then go shred the longs yet again. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see what BOOKMAP is suggesting. So BOOKMAP back down to 79,000 already. And the liquidity says it wants to take us to 78.5, but that ain't bad. And there's some people lower all the way back down to 70,000, but they've been there for a long time. There's no guarantees that we will get a move to 70K. What are these? These are liquidation levels. These are people that have a long open, but these are their liquidations on the exchange. So you can't see them, right? You don't know where they're at, but stop-loss wise, but you can see that they're on the exchange, right? So that's the key. Everyone, if you want to trade where I traded and get down where I get down and figure out what I'm doing, and you want to pay the least amount of fees, right? I'm looking for the pinned comment, Shano. I don't see it. Send that pinned comment, Sean, so I can see that real quick if you can. We just lost the 5-minute 200 MA. Yeah, look at that. And it's getting pretty dumpy now. So you'd have to say, could this be a falling wedge? A rising wedge that wants to break further to the downside, right? Now you're losing the 5-minute 200 MA. That's a bear sign for me. Come back down somewhere here to 78,420 for Bitcoin. Shano, anyone out there with the pinned comment? Anybody out there with the pinned comment? Shano. I think there's a 10-second delay. It's not to 30 seconds. We should be getting that up there. So we got to bounce here sooner than later. You got to get back above that 200 MA on the 5 sooner than later, baby. You got to make it happen. Have you seen Trump's recent post regarding a national emergency declaration on electricity tomorrow? Sean, can we get that pinned comment? Anybody now at this point? Anybody now at this point? Like anyone in my team? Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it alone now, but it's kind of need to be done now at this point. Like, Master Friend, man, you got to get a handle that pinned comment if you can. If you could, because I bet you would have done it by now. God bless you. I got it. Thank you. All right. Anyway. So Bitcoin's got to bounce back above that 200 MA. Oh, it's already pinned. Thank you, Jamie. He's like, it's already pinned, you fool. Sorry. I didn't even realize I pinned it already. Thank you. Sorry, I'm off. Dude, it's already pinned. That's winning you fast, right? Thank you, Jamie. Jamie's like, we did it already. Thank you, Sean. Sorry, I didn't notice. He's like, I don't know how. No, you just got to paste it. Just copy paste what they gave me here And just in case, it's good to have if you want it, but just copy paste this, and then you can have it, and then you just got to send it to me, and then I paste it. Anyway, if you want to jump into Mexi, everybody, we put it up here in the pinned comment, and Weeks. Both trades were open last night, and they both hit nicely. The trade on Weeks was a different type of trade. Let me kind of talk about that. I want to show you the trade on Weeks just for a second, because it was I traded the 4-hour time frame. All right. In at 78.5, I believe. Yeah. Fighting the Tutoring on the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, it's going to be a battle also tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow we're going to have Wednesday, right? Ooh. We don't need that. Tomorrow we're going to have PPI. No, wait, CPI. CPI month over month, CPI cores month over month, CPI month over month, and CPI year over year at 8:30 Wednesday, all right? So, and apologize to my team. So sorry I did not see that pin comment. I'm a human being. I made a mistake. I didn't want to piss anybody off. I feel horrible. I hope we're all good. I see you now. Hey, I'm a human being. On the spotlight 7 days a week and on a microscope. So core CPI comes in, then Thursday we have core PPI and unemployment claims. They're both going to rock the market. We want these to be up to put pressure on the rate cuts. All right. Again, I keep talking about the rate cuts and how it looks to me, the CME Watch tool, like we're going to be getting some cuts somewhere by July. You know, right now, fine, it's even, Steven. No rate cuts, we're going to stay even. But you go to May, and you can see it already shifts to 41.50. And then you shift here at 55.40. And so this is saying that there's a 55% chance of a rate cut in June. In July, it starts getting way further. And then they're already getting a 40% chance of how we've already cut at that point, and we're going to cut again. You see what I'm saying? So you can kind of see how this progression moves on. And just by the end of the year, we could be somewhere at 350. So that's 1, 2, 3 rate hike. We could get 3 rate cuts by the end of the year. That's the speculation as it is right now. All right. I've seen this play out many, many times. So, yeah. We had jobs data too. I think that came out today. JOLTS jobs. I believe that came out. Yeah. And that was 7.74 million lower than expected. The previous was 7.51. The forecast was 7.65. Oh, no, it was higher, actually. Jobs JOLT openings. So more job openings. That's good or bad? I mean, that means less people need to come to work. Yeah. So you go back. And what I love about Grok is you can, if you're ever confused, you can go to your Grok. Right? Like the answers are for you all the way. So the jobs opening data and the labor turnover, a monthly report published by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, surveys provides the insights in the market by tracking the number of available job vacancies. Yeah. Hires, separations, quits, layoffs, and discharges. So that's how many, yeah, and that's what I figured it is. Job openings, how many people get it, right? But I just wanted to see, like, what it based it on. Was it on hiring, layoffs? So it gets it all right? I wanted to be very specific about the definition for you. Are you open and available to external candidates? Have work available immediately or in the near future and are being actively recruited for or by the employer. It's widely used by economists, policymakers, and business to gauge the health of the labor market. For example, a high number of job openings indicates strong demand for workers, suggesting a robust economy. A lower number signals economic slowdown and reduced. So this isn't kind of in our favor, right? This doesn't go with the narrative that has been getting pushed on us right now, that we are in a recession and that we need to cut the rate. So this kind of goes against that thesis, right? Because now you have more job openings, but you don't have as much as forecast. And, oh no, you do have. You have more than forecast, so sorry. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, you blew out the forecast. And then today at 5 p.m., Trump will speak as well, so keep your cameras on there. God bless you. Thank you. You can put it right there, sweetie. I love you. It's so sweet. So moving forward, then we have core CPI and PPI. I would put a sticky on your screen and just write those two, 8:30 in the morning, and that's where we're likely going to get those pullbacks. All right. So Bitcoin, I'm not in a trade right now, but when the 5-minute loses the 200 MA, it tends to be a short to the downside. So let me kind of take a look at this, and I'll take a look at my weeks account here and run to the 5-minute time frame. Oh, nice. Get a bounce, baby. We got to get a bounce back above this as sooner than later. A little bit of bullish divvy there too. As that's flatter than that is pointing to the downside, suggests we may get a bounce back on up here. All right. So this is where we stand. We either get a bounce and we create some type of consolidative pattern here that helps us go further to the upside, or we struggle to get back above the 200 on the 5-minute time frame, right? When the 21 comes back, see, we got to get back to the 21, just like when we pump here. We might pump a little bit. Eventually, we got to get back to the 21-day moving average, you see? And so there's a chance we are going to make a bit of a bear flag here and continue further to the downside. So either we get a bounce and we get that inverted head and shoulder, the ascending triangle projection, or we form a bear flag and continue further to the downside here to 78,166 and lower, all the way to that $70,000 region. So what do I see happening right now? Well, because you're below the daily 200 MA, I have to remain more bearish than bullish, you see? So I have to remain a bear. So I'm more bearish than bullish based off what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. Also, the hedge short right now even is just opening the short right now. Stop loss on the other side of the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame, and that could propel nice gains to the downside, right? Because it just, the odds are, look, the last time you closed the candle below this, last time you closed the candle below this, last time you candle closed, so I think I gave you enough sound effects there to keep you going, and you might kind of have an idea of what's going to happen, right? We might go, right? So right now it's not looking amazing for Bitcoin, and you must be able to handle two scenarios in your mind at the same time if you're going to trade with me. If you want to trade with the best, you're going to have just like a chess player. See, a beginner chess player, like a beginner trader, will only have one or two scenarios, and they'll only be able to handle those scenarios. That'll be it. But, you know, a more advanced chess player can see all the different moves the opponent can make and can actually create more pathways in their brain for those moves because they've seen more of them and they've watched them play out over time. Trading is very similar. You're going to go through these movements in space and time, and you're going to remember all these different things that happen inside your subconscious. House walkthrough 12:15. It was just something my wife BB was telling me. God bless you. Thank you. You're a sweetheart. So yeah, we're going to see this come back to the 21-day moving average, hoping we get a bounce or a bear. If it makes a bear flag, then the short is in power. Now, I already won on a long today. I don't always just immediately go to short, right? And honestly, I have rules about when I've won trading. Like if I've already won a lot before 10 a.m., no reason to risk any more. You know, maybe I'll trade the 1 second for fun with you guys. I don't know. You know, there's a chance you might catch me. But right now, Bitcoin is dumping. And it makes sense to me. I called that local top. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder there too. And then we lost a 15-minute 200 MA, which we're going to hold. And now we lost a 5-minute 200 MA. And I know that is a bearish sign. I just back tested it for you and showed you the last 6 times that it did it. Like it's all right there for you. Like the charts have all the information for you, which is crazy. Like they tell you what's going to happen, but people don't listen. It's up to you to do the math. It's up to you to make the move. And again, a lot of people are going to make an emotional decision right now. If I have projections, I don't need to do anything until the projection tells me what to do. If this flag plays out, I can take the bear flag. If it does not, then the V-shaped recovery is on. If we get back above the 200 MA, then I can long. I don't need to know what's going to happen to price. I just need to know how to react to it when it does that. All right? Amen. The markets change constantly. What kind of people don't understand that? None of this makes sense. Exactly. This should not make sense to you because this is an extreme master trader's analysis that I've been doing this for over 15 years. So if this made sense to you, it would be easy. And if it was easy, you'd be rich as heck doing this, and you're not, right? So there's a reason why you're here. So just take a deep breath. Again, I'm going to say something profound right now. I have done hundreds and hundreds of one-on-ones with people, maybe even 1,000 at this point. All right, I've talked to so many people in the space, and I found that the main reason people are losing in trading has nothing to do with the technical analysis. I mean, they don't know TA well, but it's their negative self-talk. It's the way they treat themselves. I'd say 80% of the world, maybe even more than that, I'd say maybe 90, speaks negatively to themselves, is unable to have a positive conversation with themselves. Think about it. The words you speak create the energy you flow inside of you. If you constantly speak negative energy, low frequency vibration to yourself, you will be in a state of low vibration, low frequency. That's just what's going to happen. It's a fact. There's no way you're going to become a great trader if you're constantly beating yourself up and telling yourself you suck. You see what I'm saying? If you're like, I will never do, if you tell yourself I'm always late, you're basically, pre-programming your brain to believe a belief. You're creating a belief system that you're going to let set in stone now. If you say, I can, I will, I am the best, I'm going to work so hard to become the best, then you will work hard and you will become the best. Speak these affirmations into the world. The Wright brothers spoke flight before they flew. They spoke flight out into the world. Your speech is so important to your life. How you talk to yourself, how you tell yourself the story you write behind the scene when nobody is listening. This is when nobody is listening. Every great man had this one ability, the ability to speak positively to themselves when nobody else believed in them. You have to have this belief system. This is a cultivated habit you're not born with this. This is a cultivated habit that you have to use this over and over and over and over again. If you're having problems with positive energy, you need to work out to create positive endorphins in the brain. That endorphin, that chemical reaction will help your brain feel better. You will feel better. You will think better. Your thoughts will create your reality. Therefore, working out, in my humble opinion, will have a direct effect on your life because it'll change the chemical makeup of your brain, which will change the way you think about yourself, which will change the way you talk, which will change the way you think, which will change the way you talk, which will change the way you think, which will ultimately change your vibrational state and energy, which will then create your reality in which you live in. It will not be an accident if you were to become a success. Success is not an accident, and success is not something you chase. It's what you become by becoming. It's what you attract by becoming the person you've always desired to be. Success is not something you chase. It's what you attract by becoming the person you desire to be. Success is attracted to a certain frequency. If you tap into that frequency, success will attach itself to you. I know this sounds far-fetched, but this is the exact fact of truth. I did this exact thing to get where I'm at today. I listened to Neville Goddard all the time. I listened to Jim Rohn. I studied. I worked on the mind. Every day I work on the mind. I worked out this morning till I sweated out. I'm fasting, no water or food, and I still work out in the morning. You get crazy, right? Yesterday I fasted till I sweated through my clothes, and I still did not eat or drink until the sun went down. The sun came up. You can do whatever you push your mind to. People, I can't work out and fast. Yes, you can. The body has so much extra energy. Look at me. Look at all my energy right now. I haven't eaten or drinking a thing today. I can keep pushing with the speed of light. I've been fasting for 9 days. I eat at night. But I'm just telling you, the energy is at its apogee. Stop telling yourself there's excuses. Stop getting in your head. Stop being your worst enemy and become your best friend. You don't have a choice anymore. There's no more negative self-talk. It's time to keep pushing. All right? The main reason you're losing your trades is because you talk negatively to yourself and you don't believe you're meant to become a billionaire or a millionaire. You think there's no way. I just said billionaire and you laughed out loud. You did. Watch this. I'm going to become a billionaire. How many people just laughed in my face? I bet you a good amount on the stream, even though a lot of people believe in me. If your thoughts and dreams aren't making people laugh at you, then they're just not big enough, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live, but if your thoughts and dreams aren't big enough, then if people aren't laughing at your thoughts and dreams, they're just not big enough. They're just not big enough. Push yourself to the limit. Find people that push themselves to the limit. Be around the best. Forget mediocrity. It's time to move forward. That's why you're going to join my trading group today, because you don't want to be around the regular people you've been around. Go to CryptoLifer.com and join the tribe that you deserve to be around. Come on now. Every single day I don't stop. Every single day I push. Every single day I am here. No days off. 7 days a week, baby. You can do it too. You can do it too. The energy is at its apogee. Every single day we cultivate a habit for success. We speak positive affirmations to ourselves. We keep people around that do the same. If anyone's negative to me, speaks down to me, adds negativity to the stream, they are gone from my life. They are extrapolated from my life immediately. The second someone is everyone can make a mistake. Don't get me wrong. Like, we all have our grumpy days. But, if someone is repetitively negative, doesn't believe in you, is just constantly putting you down, laughing at you, smirking behind your back, and you'll know the way they talk to you. There'll be a little essence. They just don't give a dang about you, man. And stop hanging around people that don't care about you. Stop hanging around people that don't care about you, man. They don't care about you, man. But you know what I'm saying? You've got this. Cultivate a positive mindset. So look, Bitcoin getting some bounce action here at 79,000. A little bit of support right there where we've had a bit of a bounce, 79,000 for BTC. Can the 1 minute repurpose and get back above the 200 make? Can the 5 minute get back above that 200? Can we get a bounce here for Bitcoin? Or are we going to make a bear flag and then continue to the downside to 78,000 and possibly make a new low today? So there's a chance every once in a while, but Bitcoin hasn't been amazing. Let's take a look at the DXY right now and see what's happening. Solana pumped up to 126, only to dump all the way back down to 119. And then had that crazy wick capitulation down at 111. Is Sol going to continue to go lower? It's finally got some type of bullish divergence on it. But the bigger time frame suggests that it may go. I mean, that's a head and shoulder pattern. That's the neckline. I feel like it basically did the damage already there. But I mean, the measured move is lower. It says it's going to 90. This says Solana is going to 90. The 1 hour is in a bear flag right now. It's pointing down. And it says, hey, we're going to go lower. You know, somewhere down to about 99 and then maybe to 95. I don't see how Sol just whips up out of nowhere, but right now those stochastics pointing down. Now the key is if we could bend at one point and never make that, then we could know that's the bottom. There's a chance we bottom there off the bullish divvy, but you got to take into account that we now have breached the bear flag and we're headed lower. That measured move takes you to 99,060 cents for Solana. Solana looking horrible. Let's take a look at the DXY, which was on a nasty dumpage to the downside. Was doing so well, you know, the way we wanted it for the you know. So we had this height. We showed this shoulder, head, right shoulder. We talked about it. We saw it coming. It breached the daily 200 MA, which we know is a bear sign, just like it's a bullish sign. You get above it, you pump. You get below it, you dump. And so we see that key area, and then you can see that we're losing the 200 MA and starting to fall further to the downside. Shout out to the 2,000 beautiful souls here on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? 2,071 beautiful people here on the live. Can we get the likes all the way up there? We got 474 beautiful souls. You know what there, Lord? Thank you for the souls that did give me that like, though. I'm just going to be grateful. I'm grateful for the 474 people that you sent. Hit that like button. I'm grateful. If you send more, so be it. But dear Lord, thank you so much for what you did send me. I have so much gratitude for my life and everything that I receive. And I stay in a state of gratitude every single moment in time. When I wake up, when I go to sleep, my children are healthy. I woke up and my 3 kids are healthy. I mean, that's a blessing. That is a blessing, right? That's the main reason why I'm so happy today. I woke up, my 3 kids are healthy. My wife is healthy. We have a wonderful nanny that takes care of my children. She's the best. Like, I got the nicest people in my house. I'm telling you right now. So, blessings on blessings. Seriously. Everyone, please get yourself a hardware wallet. This is a Trezor Touch. These are amazing. Do not hold all your money on an exchange. I'm telling you right now, it's not a good look. You never know what could happen. Exchanges have been better lately, a lot more proof of reserves, and ever since FTX, we've been on the up and up. But so far, you know, you got to always keep yourself protected with a Trezor Touch. These I believe I have a link in the description below to these. These are awesome. Get yourself a Trezor hardware wallet today. Trezor.io does great for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I believe you can also throw XRP on there as well. So Bitcoin struggling to hold the zone, and the DXY looks like it's going to go lower. And, you know, that's a great sign. We want to see the DXY go lower. That was the whole point. Right now, look, it's in a bear flag. Send that puppy down to 98,091 for BTC, baby. And Bitcoin should have pumped way better, you know. And let's see, we get this huge pump for Bitcoin. Bitcoin can break back above that 200 MA on the 5, and then it's business as usual, baby. And then it could be this bigger flag that we talked about on the 15-minute. My friends are coming into town from Boston today. I'm going to pick them up from the airport, I think around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Kind of exciting to have people over and show them your new house and have some fun. And, you know, I mean, why you buy a new house, right? And if you can't show it off to your family and friends and let them enjoy themselves. We got the jacuzzi, we got the pool, right? We got all the fun stuff over here. So I'm excited. It's going to be a blast. And so, yeah. And I love picking people up from the airport in the Escalade, too. It always makes me feel good. Like, jump on in, baby. You know what I mean? Nice and big and spacious. Get picked up in luxury. Massaging seats. No joke, right? That's how you want to get picked up. So if you're my buddy, if you're my friend, I'm picking you up. I'm treating you like 5-star, baby. If I know you, I'm treating you like gold. If you're around me, I'm treating you like gold. If you come near me, I'm taking you to dinner. I'm making sure you're relaxing in the jacuzzi. I'm asking you if you need a cigar. Can we get you anything to drink? If you come to my house, if you stay around me, I'm going to treat you like a king. All right? Anyone in my life, anyone in my circle gets treated the absolute best because I believe you're the best for being in my life, man. And I'm blessed. So, oversold stochastics RSI. Can we bounce off this key area? Looks like we may. No area, no 1 minute, no nothing crazy, 30-minute. But, you know, a bullish divvy and a bounce is all we need. And can the 5-minute get back above the 200 MA? And I know exactly how I'll trade this. Once it comes up, we'll find some type of flag and we'll be able to get busy. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency, total 3, and see how total 3 is hanging out, what numbers to watch, where we're at. And what we're going to do is we're going to delete everything and we'll start fresh again. On like even the monthly time frame. So if you look at the monthly, you know, you do have bearish div on the monthly, but there you don't though, technically, you know. But you could say the monthly came back to previous support as resistance, and then it even went lower and wicked to that level, which is pretty nasty. What I wanted to say was, see how the monthly just had this quick little pullback, like the last rally, and here it couldn't even consolidate. Here it slightly consolidated, and here it did. This tells us that Bitcoin is getting bigger. It's expanding. When an asset expands, the patterns actually start getting bigger. Understand? The targets get longer. So like this says we're going to $1.84 million by December of 2027. Isn't that, I'd never even, like, look at this. Am I on logarithmic? Like, no, like, but you know, if we took the monthly time frame and you go from this, you know, oh, sorry, I'm in the market cap. I'm about to say, yeah, the total market cap gives it to 1.8 trillion. I was like, Bitcoin to 1.8 million. No. So $1.8 trillion, right? And this is the altcoins. So they may take their time. I mean, that says it's going to take till 2027. I mean, whoa. But even if we consolidate a little bit and bounce up 1.14 trillion, you know, like how big are we going to get? We have grown. And that's another thing. Like this alt season was weird because more money came into the market, but less people made money because more money went all different ways. So total 3 went up. You see what I'm saying? But it didn't go up in a more concentrated state. So we got less. But this is what I was going to tell you guys before about Bitcoin. And we're gonna show you Bitcoin on the monthly in a second. But the point is, as an asset expands, just like Total 3, which is expanding, but as an asset expands, it's able to consolidate on the bigger time frames. See, when it's out for like 4 or 5 months, it's got to consolidate on the daily, the 4-hour to make any moves. And once it's been out for 10 years, it can start to consolidate on the monthly. And you can start to see monthly consolidation. Look, my hand is still so swollen. Isn't that crazy, man? Bit by an ant, bro. I never even saw it happen. So tender to the touch. Feels like someone stabbed it with something. Hurts so bad every time I use the mouse. But don't worry, I'm getting through. Everyone, get yourself a mouse that keeps your hand like this. Very important. If I used the mouse like this, I would be twisting the tendon. See, twist your hand like this and then move. But twist your hand to a handshaking. When you twist this, your tendons actually change in your shoulder. Okay? Like almost perpendicular. Here they're parallel. So you want to keep them that way by using a upstanding mouse like you're shaking someone's hand. I started using a mouse like this, I'd say 5 years ago. It changed my life. It changed my life. Like I will never go back. And because it keeps me the tendons in my shoulder. I was getting intense shoulder pain after days of doing this stream. And now I don't get the shoulder pain because I use the proper mouse. You guys are going to be doing a lot of charting. If you're going to follow me, you're going to get obsessed. And I don't want you in pain. So please these are $18. This one's from Uneer, U-I-N-E-E-R. All right, Uneer, U-I-N-E-E-R. Like these are the cheaper ones too. Not even wireless, just like $8. I think $8-9. I think it's at 18, but I think I got them cheaper too. So you're looking for this to consolidate. The sad thing is, looks like we're going to get some pump, a little pullback, a pump. It's going to take its time. Otherwise, you're going to get a bigger pullback. And maybe you go into a bear market. So, like, I'm open-minded, and we could be going into a bear market. We got to get the bounce sooner than later here for these altcoins. Bitcoin dominance. What are you doing to me lately? Bitcoin dominance suggesting it's going to continue to go up. Why? Well, when altcoins dump, Bitcoin dominance goes up for two reasons. When altcoins dump horribly, all right, because people don't want to lose like 80%. They want to lose just 10 or 20, so they get into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin doesn't lose as much. So when they see that, and then they start capitulating, and they kind of all jump into Bitcoin at the same time. This propels Bitcoin dominance to rise, even though the market may be dropping to the downside. So Bitcoin dominance can pump even when the market's down. You see? It can also pump when Bitcoin's ripping, and everyone sees Bitcoin's ripping so hard, they want to jump out of their altcoins for Bitcoin. We gave you this cup and handle, though. I still think it's epic. That's why I love Sammy Cup and Handy. We talked about that, making that move. This tells us that a move for Bitcoin could be, could be imminent, or a massive dump in the market. Either one. What you're going to now look at is tether dominance. Now, if tether dominance is about to go up even more, it means this dump is going to continue. But if tether dominance seems like it's struggling, seems like it's had a bearish div on the daily, then it should tell us that Bitcoin's going to reclaim. So look, there's bearish div on right there. And it is at resistance. It shows signs of pulling back for now. So it looks to me like people are going to be leaving Tether and going back into Bitcoin. That's what this is suggesting. I could be wrong. I know nothing, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. But this is what I'm looking at. And so it's starting to set up for at least a bit of a pullback. Right? And there could be some movement in these altcoins out of this. Nice. Bitcoin attempted to get back above the 200 MA on a massive short squeeze there. Now it's kind of hanging out, but that's a good sign. Had it continued to go down, we were going to be in some trouble. I like that it gave the bit of the bounce there. But again, you can see price action's a bit sketchy. Really kind of in waiting. Doesn't want to do too much. Sitting, watching. So you don't, it's like it doesn't want to commit too fully one way or the other. Remember that crypto fear and greed index that hit a 10, now sitting at 24. Definitely something you want to pay attention to. Let's take a look at the coin market cap. Is there anything hot today? Wow, Caspa actually up 7% in 24 hours. Caspa got a bit of a bounce back off that 5.9. Story holding $5. BitTensor. Funny, we got into BitTensor at 60, 80 bucks. That thing is still holding a 3x from when we first bought in, so that's awesome. Cardano, not too bad. So, in the last 24 hours, a little bit of a bounce. In the last hour, nothing to write home about. Jupiter back at 48, but you want to get that back above $1. Dexy XRP at 2, sold at 119. Wow. Market took a beating. Ondo at 78. Wow, even Ondo, man, which produced some nice gains there the last few weeks, only to come right back to kind of the beginning stages. So either someone wants to buy all these coins and they're bringing the market to its knees so they can get in. Arkham up 9% today, but again, not a lot to write home about. It's definitely not all. It's not even time to touch it all. Like we keep trading Bitcoin. I'm so happy I made gains trading Bitcoin last night. And again, don't overtrade this session right now. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but I would not overtrade this session. Please, dear Lord, keep your. I don't want to, but I just pray people don't overtrade and get themselves wrecked, man, because this is where a lot of people get wrecked too, even after this, because they try to chase the bottom or call the bottom, or or they try to short and they keep getting into shorts over and over again. I'm making key calculated moves at various times to just execute, and it's been playing out. Funny, Redstone 120. Redstone's on my radar. $121 million market cap, right? Shout out to St. John's Red Storm, my alma mater. They took the Big East Conference Championship, beating Marquette in overtime. It was unbelievable. A poke by Kadari Richmond that got into the hands of Zuby Ejiofor, and he nailed it. St. John's nailing it in the last few seconds of the game, taking down that awesome, amazing overtime win against Marquette. I can't wait till I'm announcing the St. John's games. I should be announcing the St. John's games. They should let me announce the games. Let's go. But so just seeing what's out there, you got Bear Chain still holding 5, 6, which ain't bad compared to the rest of the market after that airdrop. IO.net, 71 cents, but everything down pretty beat. Optimism, 81. SAI, say at 18. Egan Layer. Remember, the only thing we looked at yesterday was Res. Let's take a look at Renzo and see if it got a bit of a move. I like Bitcoin in the 5. It's showing signs that it can crack back above that 200 MA. Let's take a look at Res here on MEXC Renzo. Oh yeah, so we originally saw this flag. Could it break out? It stayed above the 200 MA. Then it lost the 200 MA. Got back above it and pumped again. Wow. Weird. But this looks like it's going to break out right here on the 15-minute time frame. I mean, that's just a beautiful, beautiful cup and handle. Savvy cup and handy to the upside, right? And that would produce such a beautiful pumpage. And you'd have bigger measured move to the upside too as well. It takes you to about 0.3202. Target here is 0.2955, or basically 3 cents. This thing is bullish compared to the rest of the market. I know yesterday we had that flag, but, you know, a little slump for Bitcoin. But this thing looks like it could bounce. Target 3 cents. I mean, of all the coins out there, this has some promise for whatever reason. And you look at Fiat Link and you see who's buying what. A little bit of Filecoin, people loving their Bitcoin. People still want buy Chainlink, right? There's Aave and ADA coming in. There's XRP getting bought. Ethereum's getting bought. A big AVAX buy. The bigger the circle, the bigger the buy, right? So big SNX buy. Tether getting out there. You see Phantom coming in, some more Chainlink. Wow, a lot of H-Bar just came in there, some Solana. And you can see people are buying this dip. They're using this to their advantage to take these low prices by storm. Bitcoin back at 80K, like seeing the 7s disappear. The less 7s, the better. We want to see Bitcoin back above 80K. 80K. Well, this is one YouTuber, and she says K at 100K. I'm gonna do summer hustle. 100K this week in the VIP Fire Discord at 100K. I don't know if you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but her accent's it's just addicting for me. I can't. It's like there's something about it. I'm not obsessed. I don't want to be. It's not like that. It's more of just the pattern recognition of the way she says K, 100K. And she always seems to have like 100K. I can't. I'm not making fun of her either. I think it's awesome. It's unique. It's the unique way. I don't know. I should just be quiet. It's so funny. To me, the trend is bipolar. You're funny. She's always messing around. Yeah. Anybody know what I'm talking about? XEN looks like it's going to 005. Sammy, no pants in handy. No, I'm wearing pants, man. Yeah, I wear pants. Beautiful cocky pants, too. And no shoes. I don't never have shoes on while I'm in the office. You don't wear shoes in your house. I hope you don't. Bring that disgusting germs in your home. All right. The second I walk in, the shoes are gone, man. No shoes in the house. Bitcoin is actually worth about 500,000 right now. It's just the market doesn't realize it yet. So much inflow. I almost believe that. Yeah. Caspa added to the CoinMarketCap Made in America list. That's good to know. Watching you every day, I managed to gain confidence a bit and start making a few gains shorting. God bless you and your family, Sam. Loads of love from Pakistan. Shout out to Romel Sharp. We love you. Yeah. You're going to look back at these prices and wish people bought. That's what he says. I believe that too. Yeah. You have an ear for voices for show. Yeah. No pants, no gain, baby. Yeah. And then Ben Mala, baby. I'm going to show you how to do real estate, baby, all the way. That's right, baby. See you at the next bull market, guys, 2027. I'll see you there, man. You're going to miss this one. So a lot of people think that it's a wrap. I'll tell you, I'm going to again go over why I firmly believe we are not in a bear market. And again, getting above the 5-minute 200 MA is a bullish sign for me. I see a move. Let me get rid of the spaghetti for a second here, but I see a pump out of this flag back to the top of the channel. I see Bitcoin making a shoulder, head, and a bit of a right shoulder here. This is what it looks like to me. Inverted head and shoulder bounce back up to 82,037 for BTC. Getting back above the 200 MA. I might just even long that puppy. I gotta show you the BITUNIX way to long though. It's so fun. Oh, I gotta show you the BITUNIX long. It's just the funnest thing I've ever seen. I just thought there was arbitrage, right? So look, I slap to the 5 minute. I get rid of everything. All right. 5 minute cracks the 200 MA. I'm back, okay, with the 21 near it. So what I do is I just move this here a little bit, open long. Now, boom, take profit, stop loss below the 200 MA, and I'm in there with a take profit and a stop loss like that, dude. Like that. Like that. Like, come on, man. Nobody does it better than that. Like, Mexi and Weeks, man, I love y'all, but this is hot. This is hot. This is hot, baby. There's no way I would have been able to get into that trade that fast and be up $12. Now, the risk would have been better assessing what I'm in and all that, but I'm just trying to scalp 50, 60 bucks here, maybe rip it up to liquidity. You can see there's definitely going to be some liquidity taken right there, but we could boom. See, I just made $20 in under a minute. Yeah, man. And then you can move your stop loss to break even. I'm just teaching you how to get this, get it in. And once you're above the 21, you should continue to pump here. There's no reason why you should come back to that 200 MA after playing games down here. And that 200 MA is such a crucial mover. So interesting, right? And again, get stopped out above break even, so be it. Like, they'll probably give me over 10 bucks, so be it. Normally, you want to get in right here and let this thing pump, though. So what I do, but I really just wanted to show you how fast you can get into a trade with BITUNIX and still have yourself covered with that stop loss. Look, I could have got to move the stop loss so fast. I might have been typing in, still messing up the stop loss right now, and I might, you know. It's just such a solid. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I really like BITUNIX for this reason. Look, we got to get above the 3 minute 200 MA. We get above the 3 minute, we're going to fly. We're going to pump so hard, it's going to be ridiculous. So let's see if we can hold this. Let's see if Sammy can keep from getting stopped out. Can we get above that 200 MA on BITUNIX? Say it right, Sammy. Don't say it wrong. All right? You slap on the wrist over here. Shout out to the 2,200 people here. You really, hold up. 2,200 people on the live? 2,200 people on the live. We are one of the biggest cryptocurrency live streams in the game. There might be one or two other streams bigger than mine in the entire crypto space, man. I only got 92,500 subscribers, baby. I give longs in front of people's faces. We live trade. We trade the 1 second sometimes. We show you the weekly, the monthly. We break down the macro. We do the top down. And we have fun trading. And we keep it positive. We believe in God. We talk about how great God is every single day because God is. I told God, you know, my channel, something happened to it. I don't even like bringing it up, but something happened to it. I got it back. I told God, man, I would never, ever I will work so hard. I'll never take a day off for this blessing in which you've given me. So the real reason, everyone says, why don't you take a day off, Sam? Because I want to show God I have so much gratitude for this opportunity that I have. I work from home. You know, I went after my dreams. I built a studio from my house. Like, I moved to Florida. I went after everything I dreamed about, and it happened, and you people made it happen with me. You guys watched me when I had 3 people watching me. I had 3 people. 3 people watching me, baby. 3. And now here we are. Like, that is just such that's a liberating feeling, man. Like, I was there when I never thought it was going to happen, and it started to happen for me, baby. If that doesn't get you going, if that doesn't inspire you, if that doesn't make you want to get up and go, baby, what is it going to do? Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yes. You're in charge of your destiny. You can get yourself wherever you dream you want to be. There's nobody holding you back but yourself, man. I wish I'd known that for years when I was depressed, struggling. I wasn't always so easy. I worked the night shift, everybody from 30 to 36 years old. I went in at 7, left at 3 in the morning. I was riding the BQE, freezing cold on my motorcycle, on my bicycle at night, you know, saving my shekels, buying my Bitcoin. Thank God Bitcoin got me out of this mess, man. Bitcoin saved me from the 9 to 5. Bitcoin got me. Bitcoin saved my life, baby. Let's go. But why did I believe in Bitcoin? Why did I think? Because I was studying fiat currency and I knew they were going to print every single currency to 0. Fiat currencies get printed to 0 every single day. The fiat currency graveyard. Go to the Ginny Foundation and get taught a lesson here. U.S. money supply. Money printing is wealth theft. And people think this doesn't happen in their lifetime, but it's so funny. It's keep in mind that most of these currencies below collapse within their lifetime. Most baby boomers living today. So hyperinflation and currency collapses are not exceptionally rare events. In fact, the average lifespan of a fiat currency, everybody, I'm going to blow your mind. You don't even know, right? The average lifespan of a fiat currency is 35 years. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Yes. Yes, and more yeses. The Peruvian $100,000 bill, the Russian $10,000 ruble, the $5 million Zaire, the Hungarian bango, the German $1 billion mark, $1 billion, $100 trillion Zimbabwe dollars, $100 trillion. They printed them so hard they had to make a $100 trillion bill just to get some bread. Dude, this is real. They've done it to hundreds and thousands of people, millions of people. Will your fiat currency be next? I would be buying BTC. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would get my butt off the fiat currency train as soon as humanly possible. All right, look at this trade I gave you, booming to the upside now. I'm showing you how to do it. The stop loss was moved to break even. The second we got into the trade, we were out of risk immediately. I can show you how to find low risk opportunity in the market and ways you've never thought possible. If this can stay above the 200, we're a little away from the 21 now, but above the 200 on the 3 minute is what we were looking for. And again, it all started when we reclaimed the 5 minute 200 MA and boom, boom, boom. You see how I use the 200 on the 1, on the 3, on the 5, on the daily. I swing and swap and swip and swing. And again, you don't have to be a big shot. I'm just showing you how to use BITUNIX here today and how these automatic stop losses work and the take profit, and you can just move and swing. I mean, this is just fun. Hey, if I make $50 here, just add it to the till for the day. We already took gains this morning on Weeks and MEXC. This will be the third exchange I take gains on. Let's go. Links to all the exchanges in the description below. Let me know if you like what I'm doing. Hit the like button, baby. I love y'all. Let's go. And remember, we're staying level-headed here, okay? We're staying level-headed at all times. We're staying level-headed at all times, all right? I'm the corniest guy I've ever met, but I'll still make you laugh. And all that matters is that you're laughing. You know, laughter can extend your life, so I just gave you a few years back. All right. God bless everybody. I hope the Dow collapses because Bitcoin would too and be a generational buying opportunity. You know what it is? People, they usually don't give those prices for Bitcoin away. You had your chance at 15K. You had your chance at 20K, but you had to have gall. You had to have guts to steal. You had to have big gut. You had to have guts. You did. You had to have guts to make it happen, man. And see, now you just keep taking this. Like, if you're up, now this is 36. I wish I made a way bigger trade. Normally, the position, I'm getting better at where this has to be with BITUNIX. Eventually, I'll know exactly where my level is for the type of trade I want. I wasn't sure, so I went small ball. And what I mean is, you just drag this when you enter the trade. I just wasn't sure my risk because I wasn't going to do the stop loss first. I was just going to swing it. And because of that, I wasn't sure exactly where I stood. And that's why I made the trade smaller than bigger. But usually this would be at least 10. I'd be up 370 at least. Like, this would be a way bigger trade. What was the trade exactly? It's a $4,000 trade. So what did I put in? Where's my margin? My margin was $80. But look, I used $80 just to make $50 right now. I mean, that's huge. It's like, had I put 10 grand in, I would have been up $4,600. I'm up 57% on the move. So you want to kind of look, and if I took that off right now, that would be an amazing, amazing gain. You see? I could even just keep the stop loss up or break even, see where it goes at this point. Why not, right? Just let it ride for the rest of the day. What if I can turn that $80 into $500, right? But again, imagine being up 58% on whatever initial you put in. I put in $80. I made $45 off of it. I mean, that's not bad. That's unbelievable, actually. Like, most people would never make 50% gains like that. So understand the sauce, how I did it, the execution, how we were using the 200 moving average to execute the trade, right? Bro, I'm a noob trader, but I'm good enough to realize what he did was straight genius. Shout out to Kyle Otto. I'm up over 20% on that trade. Are you here every day? I am here every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. When people find my stream, they go, what the heck was I thinking? What was I going on someone else's stream for? This is the best stream in all of crypto, man. And all of trading. I'll teach you how to trade any market. And this isn't just crypto. We could trade Forex. We could trade anything. Look, and people don't believe me. Look at Renzo just popped hard, and I told you it would. Look at that thing. Boom. A nice 6% gain on Renzo. So not only that, I even gave you a alt setup that just blasted to the upside as well. Bitcoin getting back above 81K, fending off the wolves. And at this point, I would just come and take that money because you're away from the 21. You're going to come back to the 21-day moving average. So you move that stop loss like right there, and that'll hit you. I also like the sounds. BITUNIX has cool sounds. See, I don't know, maybe you didn't hear it, but oh, I had 2 trades open. Oh, I had 2 trades open, huh? There we go. There we go. Okay, so now what? Now what happens? Well, I never planned on scalping that 5-minute trade at all. That wasn't part of my plan. It wasn't something I wanted to do. Okay. My idea is to be watching the bigger time frame and waiting for a good consolidation here. So let me show you what I'm saying. I wanted this bounce. I needed this bounce, or we desired this bounce. We got it. We knew if that kept going down, it wasn't going to be a good look, you know. So we got the bounce, and now look, it's this same flag that I'm playing out, but it looks like a little more elongated. But look at that V-shaped recovery for Bitcoin. They just wrecked their shorts. People that thought we were going lower. I told you the bigger time frames, you know, they're starting to look like we're going to reverse. We just need that daily to close the tweezer bottom today. Like, we don't need a lot. Like, if you don't trade at all today and you just wait for confirmation of the daily to close, you're in good shape. You're a smart person. Like today is a day of watching what the market gives us. Now, if you're like me, you've been doing it for a long time. You can trade anything at any moment. You can trade the 1 minute, the daily. I get it. But that takes time, all right? I didn't always have these skills, and it wasn't always like that, all right? It took me a long, long time. Look, over 15 years, everybody. And again, it took me over 14 years to make my first $1 million. 14 years. So in the day I started trading, said, I'm going to be a millionaire. It took me 14 years to make my first $1 million. Again, I wasn't, you know, I don't want to get rich quick. I want to get rich for sure. You know, some people get rich quick and then they go back. Yeah. He says, this is just his streams. His Discord is out of control. Kyle, I love you, man. Thank you for saying that. Join my Discord, everybody. Come on, man. The best Discord in the game. I put my life and soul into that Discord. I was in it. I was only off 5 hours yesterday, man. I worked my butt off. Who works 20 hours a day, 19 hours a day for you? For $3 a day? Nobody's going to work harder than me. Nobody. I don't care, man. Nobody cares as much as I do. Because God has just given me so much more, man. He's been blessing me. So I have so much more energy to give you guys. Because I've dedicated my life to God. God has dedicated his life to me. And I have this extra energy that just keeps coming and does not stop. And everyone wants to know, how do you get successful? Where did you find the energy? Sam, how did you do it? Can you give us the keys? Sam, please. And I said, did you submit to God? As my first question. 90% of the people walk away from me, don't want to listen, and they're not ready for that conversation. And I don't know if they're ready for magnanimous wealth. You know, it's time to submit to God. It's time to say, I'm going to be a soldier for God. I'm going to do what you want me to do. Listen, I learned all this information. I learned the 21, the 200, all this stuff. And I definitely could have kept it to myself and made a lot of money alone. You know, $99 a month. If I did, you know, I just, whatever. But you know how awesome it is to have someone say, hey, I love paying the $99. Awesome to run a business. To get all the testimonials every day and see people say they changed their lives. I get messages, emails. Families give me pictures of their kids, tell me thank you so much. I went on young couples go on honeymoons. People start businesses. And so I never would have been blessed by the hand of all these other people if I just did this alone. So because I decided to share my knowledge, God gave me way more than money, man. He gave me each and every one of you, and he gave me a love that is undying. A love that I've never thought possible, that transcends all the relationships I've ever had. A universal love so strong amongst the lifers that it is almost undescribable. And I know you guys that are in my trading group know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what it's like to be a part of that love with me. You guys helped build the love with me. A lot of you helped build the group. You guys helped build the group with me. We created it. So I just wanted to say thank you. Huge moment of gratitude to everybody here. as we continue to grow on the channel and gain more and more subscribers, as the show continues to go from 300 watches, 500 watches, 1,500 watches, 1,800 watches, 2,000. We had 3,500 people at one point, 5,000 people. The stream has just absolutely exploded. And it's because of all the awesome people that show up every day. Thank you. Like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to continue to give you everything I learned. Like, I started a new strategy recently. Let me share it with you. I started opening up 2 trades, 3 trades all at the same time. I started doing that like 6 months ago. But I started doing it really hardcore 3 months ago. And now it's something I do like almost every day. Like, for instance, when I was trading on weeks yesterday, right? I opened up a 4-hour trade on weeks. And I used the 4-hour trade. Why? Because I just, the 4-hour looked good to me. It didn't mean I didn't want to scalp, but just I wanted to have 2 separate trades open, one on the 4-hour and one on the smaller time frame. So when I saw that the 4-hour looked bullish, I jumped in right there and with a stop below the wick, and I got to wake up to some gains today. And I sold. I did already sell. I sold at the top of the wick there near 81.4. But the key is, I can now get out of that one. Then I can also scalp. So I can have this one running on the 4, because the 4 is going to run up and run down. And so while the small time frames run up and run down, the 4-hour is going to keep trucking. So I keep the 4-hour trade trucking while I keep scalping the smaller time frames. It works for me. That way when I sell, I still got this feeling that I'm in. And it kind of, I don't know, it does something psychologically for me. And it's easier for me to sell. See, I found it's easier for me to sell when I have another trade open. Because when I go to sell, I'm like, well, I still got that one open. And that kind of, isn't that interesting? It's kind of how I tricked my brain to keep selling. Now I sell all the time too. And eventually if you just keep hitting the sell button every day, and I became a leverage day trader. Like, I stopped trading leverage, waiting for what Bitcoin's going to do in the bigger moves. I give you Bitcoin's moves, and I buy spot and swing trade altcoins based on what Bitcoin's doing. Heavy. But I leverage trade day. Like, I'm a day leverage trader. Like, I want to make the money today, and then I want to start tomorrow again. A lot of days I open up the trade at night and I close it in the morning. But I like to close my trades, my leverage trades throughout the day. And you know what that does? It creates a habit of paying yourself. You get in a habit of taking profit. And then you're not afraid. See, the reason why I never got back into trades before is because I was afraid I couldn't get into the entry that I made. I was always afraid I couldn't get those entries again because I had fear. I didn't have faith in myself. I spoke negatively. See, my negative self-talk affected how I traded, because I was like, well, oh man, like I'd get a good entry, or maybe I'd lose. Then I'd get an entry, and then I'd be up $200-300. I'm like, I can't take the profit now. I never get these entries. I said, this may be the last time I ever get in again. And then it goes right back down, right? And then, Then I learned, take it. And then when I took it, then I got better at getting it. And then I was like, I can find a way in anytime. And then I wasn't afraid. I was like, I can get back in an hour or two. I can use the 21 on the 5-minute. I can use the 200 on the 1. I can use this. I can use that. And then I got more and more skills because I believed in myself and I spoke positively to myself. That created a positive affirmation that helped me get better at my trades. You see, it was all working. And then never taking a day off, man, day in and day out. Because that acquired knowledge of your subconscious mind, you eventually program the subconscious mind through brainwash. It literally is like nothing can get in here. Like they tried to brainwash with COVID and all this, right? They couldn't get into here. I was so brainwashed by my own sauce already. Like I'm not saying I'm not somewhat biased by the world. Like I know I'm influenced. Like we have to always say, how are they influencing me, right? But if we can step back, go into nature, meditate, we can kind of peel away some of that influence and start to see who we really are. So if you meditate at least a couple times a week, you go for a bike ride in nature, you get yourself out of the regular realms and you get yourself into nature. Those things are going to benefit you in a huge way because you're going to be able to peel back the veil and see what has been influencing me lately. So you ever live in a big city and you're going in and out of the city, you're seeing the trains and all the ads. I lived in New York City for a long time. Then you go to like a camping site up, and you sit there and camp for 4 days where you don't see a street light. And I mean, you really start to hear and you really see you get a sense of what was going on. You always have to leave your previous life, at least for a moment, to get a look at what's going down. All right. It's a good perspective. So when I left New York City after those years and years of living there, and then I lived in Boston where it was quiet, I had the woods near me. I mean, there's a reason why this channel blew up the way it did. My mind was not hijacked anymore. I got my focus back, everybody. Like this channel was built when I decided to go back towards nature, back to Boston, back to my home state, and get out of the rat race of New York City and get out of all the noise. Don't get me wrong, New York City, great place. You can have a good time there, but it beats your mental over and over again, being in these big cities. So now I'm watching Bitcoin to see if it can make this kind of right shoulder. Let's see if there's a bit of a flag here. Let's swap over. That's a nice little flag right there now too. Look, that's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Now you're above the 5-minute too, with the 21 there. And that's my pattern. We've been using this now for a while. This has been my go-to, right? If anyone knows me, you know this is one of my main models that I use more than any other model in the game recently too. It's the 5-minute. So we could go to 84,795. The stop loss would have to be at about 79,694, right? And I'll go 3 to 1, 100 for 300, like I do. $136 or $385. We'll take it. So then I take this because this breaks out 90% of the time. Like there's a 90% accuracy on this pattern, so I take it. It's not even a pattern; it's a model. It's a flag, but you can't just trade any flag. You got to trade the flag once you've breached the 200 and the 21's getting back to price action. See, I've learned this. This is the sauce. Now this is also a cup and handle, and this is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, because I trade so many cup and handles. I got a nickname for it, and I traded this beautiful pattern that everybody seems to love. The Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside, all the way to the upside here for Sammy on the cup and handle, right? And so we get this move up, and that measured move takes you to 84,755 for Bitcoin. Key level that we're looking for. Shout out to Lance. Shout out to Dave Angel. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Crypto Billy. All the awesome people that supported Love Me, Love Learning. Lakochi Coker, Papa Flash, and everybody out there. Shout out to Paul Wood. Shout out to Felix Age. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Milos Siraki. Shout out to Captain Barrels, D-Gen Friend in the house, High Def, Kim Sims, we love you. Shout out to Love Learning, God bless you, Love Learning, thank you for everything. Shout out to Vegas Claw, shout out to Crypto Surfer and all the awesome people here on the live. So again, I could easily lose this trade, but again, I'm not going to risk more. I'm only going to risk 1/7 of what I made already today. You know. Even when you do all that, life could smack you down. You just react differently to the struggle. Even when wronged, you stay in gratitude. Currently in this situation as we speak, you've got to stay in gratitude no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. There's no way out. And then you got to say that your current situation is your fault. No matter how bad it is, you can't blame the outside world. You have to say some reason, something I've done. Like for instance, you're 50 years old and you're struggling. You didn't learn to save when you were 20. Like, how come you didn't have a savings by the time you were 30? You know, okay, we don't go back in time, but you got to ask yourself, what was I doing in the past that got me here? Right? So you can fix what's going on. You can't keep blaming the outside forces. Everyone in here should be a multimillionaire. No, without any excuses. I know, and you'd be like, wow, you have it in you already. See, once I say that, it pisses people off. They get a little annoyed because it strikes a chord inside. Because they know deep inside that they are that powerful to become a multimillionaire. They just haven't been disciplined enough to do it. Everyone in here is far more powerful than you realize. You are all a mustard seed that can grow into a giant tree and move a mountain. Look, you can put a seed, and the tree could eventually move the mountain, right? Like that mustard seed in the Bible. You are a seed. There's so much in you willing to grow. Never speak negatively to yourself. Today's the day you take it by storm and you make it happen. Like you have this, like it's on you. Like it's always been on you since the very beginning. If you're not where you are today, it's because of something you weren't doing in the past. So you got to start doing those things today so you're not where you are today in 10 years. Because you're going to be in the same place 10 years from now you are today, blaming everything else and all the outside forces, unless you take full responsibility for your life. All right? You've got to take full responsibility for it. You've got to. And again, I'm talking right now, but I did open up a live trade, and we're seeing if this live trade can play out. And so far, so good. So I'm just getting you through this moment here. But we did open up a live trade here on the channel. It's a cup and handle for Bitcoin. All right? One who plants trees don't enjoy its shade, but the one who plants trees understands the meaning of life. Amen. Hitting him with the sunny listen. Amen. Sam, when you did it, you know what? that question, I'm not going to say what you asked about, Michael Stevens, but I'm going to say it did raise your frequency. But at one point, it can only get you so high. So it can raise your frequency. From a regular person, it can bring you up. But it will never bring you to the natural frequency which you can get at to. It'll always be subpar. So it's better off you find a higher frequency than that, because it'll only need to be replaced at one point. But maybe it's a stepping stone for some people. You know what I mean? Yeah. This guy said, I'll be dead in a few months. Not going to make it. Made peace already. Great advice, though. Shout out to my man. Well, you know what? And may God bless you, my friend. And I'm so sorry to hear that. But I hope you lived a full life. And if there is some type of miracle in which could help you, may it be. May it be. May it be. But if you have come to peace and it is what it is, may God bless you, my friend. May God bless you. So far, so good. This cup and handle looks like it may play out for us to the upside here for Bitcoin, right? So I like what I'm seeing for BTC here. Almost want to open it up on BITUNIX too. Opening it up everywhere. I mean, it's the same trade, right? Thing looks nice. I just love this. Like, look, and then you go limit in, and then you go bing ding. It shows your liquidation. 132 bucks. Take profit. I got a stop loss already in command. I can put it below the 200 MA. I can shovel over the risk at 79 bucks for 179 bucks. I mean, it's great. This is great. I love this, man. And I start small as I start to get used to something, and then I go from there. But this is great. Oh, I saw one thing that I'm not a huge fan of right now. This kind of resembles a symmetrical triangle, right? I say it's a little more vertical, but it does resemble a bit of a symmetrical. However, I see more of a shoulder. See, I see this as a shoulder. I see this as a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder that's going to break to the upside. They're inverted head and shoulder for Bitcoin. Cup and handy. Sammy, cup and handy. Can we get that blast to the upside? To the moon, champ. Don't be sad. It's over. Be happy. It happened. Amen. I mean, you're blessed that you said that. Like, you're looking death in the face and you're telling us to be amazed. God bless you, my friend. God bless you. Like, you're a true hero and a warrior. My dad looked death in the face. Anyone that looked death in the face, I get just so much respect for. Because at that point, you're just like, you've summed it all up. You see what it is, and you're ready, man. I've been watching your stream for the past few months, and I'll always be joining the group next month. 33 years of being an observer. Excited to take action in 2025. It's time to go for what you want, man. It's time to make it happen. What I love about my trading group is when they buy the 99, that's the first real piece of action some people have ever taken to really make a big change. And they're like, kind of like, man, you know, joining a trading group was a big deal for me. I'd never done anything like that. Paid the 99, get into the group. Pretty interesting, right? Hey, I never left that group. It eventually dissolved. The owner did pass away, you know, in some horrible circumstances, but it is what it is. You know, my mentor, God bless you. I love you. And I hope, you know, I hope you find peace with God, man. Amen. Yeah. So we're also going to show you one other thing today. I'm going to show you a big deal. I'm going to teach you why I believe, based off technical analysis, why we are, first I want to show you the CME gaps. There's a few CME gaps. There's one above us here at 87,000. We're probably going to close that gap, you know, on that 4-hour time frame, 10-hour, 4-hour. But so I see us closing this gap, and it's likely we're going to come close the gap. And then maybe close the gap and then dip. But the closest gap is above us, and everyone always worries about the gap below us. But what about the gap above us? And that is also kind of suggesting that we're going to invert head and shoulder back to that gap and make a move. All right. Super chats, layer, hot, and rare. Thank you so much for the super chats. We'll get into the fan funding in a second here. So Bitcoin USD, and we'll look at the all-time history index, right? God bless you, Sammy Cup and Handy. Let's go, man. Shout out to Tony Sparks with the Canadian $100, man. God bless you, man. You didn't have to do that, but you did. May God bless you. You're awesome. You're awesome. Don't be lazy. Hit the like button. Said Dude Tang, Crypto Surfer. I love that. And let's get those likes up to the watchers. I greatly appreciate it. So many blessed people on that like button. We get 1,000 likes every single day, baby. 1,000 people hit the like button every single day, baby. Every single day. Let's go. Second little gap on 94.2. Yeah, I like it. Shout out to Milo Siriaki with that secondary gap too as well. It's really weird, this physical world. I got nailed crossing the street. Messed my spine up. The pain is unbelievable. I still managed to fight through the screams. It's crazy you said that. My buddy got, is that my buddy? Is that you, man? Is that you, Jordy? The Goonie? Anyway, my good friend got hit by a car too. My good friend, my best friend, about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, he got hit by a car. It changed his whole life. It realigned his, he had to get surgery on his stomach. He was also, he was a drug addict that got clean. And I really think, I have to be honest, he got hit, then he started taking the painkillers, and he did relapse. And I got to give him some credit. I mean, he relapsed. He was in a lot of pain, man. So, it was sad. He had like 15 years sober. And that car wreck, he's just coming out. He's been watching the trading. He's been watching the stream recently, and he's been, all my friends that watched me get into trading and thought it was kind of a joke, they all want to start trading now. Like, a lot of them are actually in the group. 3 or 4 of my good friends are in the trading group now. People that have watched me, people have known me for years. And they're like, man, I want to learn what you're giving. I want to learn what you're saying. They know it's real. They know it's not a bunch of baloney. They know me for years, and they know that I've never, they've had good relationships with me. So yeah. Can we continue, baby? Let's get this move. Move, baby, move. I'm just, this market got ripped to the shreds. I focused on the money so much. And then I took a deep breath and I realized, man, I can't focus on money like that. Like, if all I focus is the money, then I'm not going to live my life. And I'm done. I already learned this lesson, so I'm not going to let the money pull me back in again. Yes, it's not fun to go to round trip altcoins. It's not fun to go up and down. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to let it ruin my day. I always say today could be the last day of my life. Imagine me slumping over Bitcoin. What a loser, man. What a loser move that would be for me. The last day of my life, and I spent it sulking over a financial asset because it didn't go the way I wanted. That ain't the life I want to live, man. I want to live a life where I am positive every single day. I push forward every single day. I thank God every single day, and I find gratitude every single day. And that's just the key. We can't let this market steal our joy. Yeah. I would love to join your group and pay off my loans for education. Sounds amazing. Then make it happen, you know. Yeah. I've been trading for over 10 years. I can tell All the Lifer is one of the best in the game. He's been trading for 10 years. Always on point with the calls and the TA. You have a gem of a trader here telling you secrets. Thank you so much for saying that. He's been trading for over 10 years, and he's saying that. Thank you for saying that, man. That really means a lot to me. Because, you've had a long time in the game, and you offer that. That means you're putting your name on my name, your reputation on my reputation. May God bless you. Thank you. Someone says the Alchemist AI short. How do you short Alchemist AI? You can short it on Jupe, maybe? Yeah. So one last thing here we're going to talk about is the all-time history index. So this trade's looking good. Look at the cup and handle. Looks like we're going to continue to make this gain and win this win. Everybody, please follow me. I would greatly appreciate it. And I just want to show you here how many subscribers we got. We got, I think, 92,000, almost 600, 578. And we're getting close to that 93,000, then 94, 95, and $100,000. So everybody, please subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. I can't wait to get to 100,000 subscribers. Someone gave it to me that day out of nowhere, but it was, but 92,578. And again, I want to show you something. If you go to Lifetime, look at, man, I started my channel, and for the first 2 months, I had 34 subscribers. After 2 months, 34 people. After a little over a year, 100 people. About a year right there, 160 people follow me. After a year of doing this, 160 subscribers. It takes time to win, everybody. Success is not an overnight thing. It's a daily practice. You do it day in and day out, and somehow, some way, I don't know when, I don't know how, but you look back, you take your head out of the sand, and you realize you're in a different place. You've done something with your life. It just starts small, though. Little bits by little bits, little pieces at a time add up, everybody. Everyone thinks success is this big bang that you just enter success. It's just not the case. Up 18 bucks. Look, I told you I'm the king of 3%. We're already up 8% on that. And again, 20 bucks off of 250. I mean, that's to make 20 bucks off 250. That's like making 200 off 2 grand. So YouTube plaque is a big deal. You'll get it, Sebby. Thank you. I can't wait to get that 100K plaque, everyone. I've worked so hard for it. Like, I could shed just blood, sweat, and tears for that thing, man. And I've had to trade, go live. Like, it's one thing if I just had to make videos. What if I just had to make videos? Like, I just did a topic, and I got to vlog, and I blew up as a vlogger. Would have been a lot easier, right? I think. I have to battle this market every single day to keep my account, keep it going. I got to be more accurate than I am wrong. But again, I wouldn't want an easy sub life. I want a hard life, baby. I want this move to 100K to be the hardest move ever. You know why? I'll definitely get to 1 million if this is very tough, because I'll definitely keep pushing. Bitcoin sideways for most of the day here. Not a lot of action in the altcoins. We're just trading Bitcoin. All right, we want to see this inverted head and shoulder break to the upside. We got the bounce off the 200 MA on the 3 minute, no, the 5 minute. And now look, the 15 minute wants to get back above it too. Once the 5 crossed that 200, we were guan, baby, guan. This trade's up $5. We'll see where it's flat now, $2. So we got to trade on BITUNIX. Link in the description below. We do have an awesome campaign right now on BITUNIX. And the more you deposit, you'll, like, if you deposit $100, you get 15, or I think it's 5. I gotta have it somewhere. Sean, every morning, if you could just post that for me so it's easy for me to get, and then remind me to say it, would be awesome. I need help. I need to be coached, man. I got so much my mind on the charts that this stuff, like, just kind of falls through my head. I think Jamie might have it too. Someone has it somewhere. I might have put it in live for ideas. There it is. But if you deposit $100, trade once and get $20. Deposit 50, trade once and get $50. Just one trade. Deposit 1,000, trade once and get $200. I mean, that's crazy. Like, all right. So, I mean, that's awesome. And VIP. So if you deposit $1,000 and you trade once, you get $200. I mean, that's awesome. Right? If you reach 100,000 trading within a week, get 15 feature bonus. If you get 500,000, $1 million, and 5 million, get 600 trading bonus. And if we can get our whole entire trading volume to $500 million, which we've done many times, the prize pool will increase to 20,000 and a Rolex, man. Imagine getting a fat rollie with the channel. So that's all with BITUNIX. If you want to sign up to BITUNIX, link is in the description below. You go, sign up for a couple trades. You don't have to, anyway, but it's awesome. I like it. I've been using it. Again, I still use Mexi. I still use Weeks. It's not like I abandoned my other exchanges. I just like some of these cool features, and I like always paying attention to see what's new out there. Hey, you can't learn if you're not always open-minded to the next thing. So anyway, let me take a look at BTC, USD, and I'm going to take a look at this on the logarithmic chart on the weekly here. Double click. If you double click anything, it'll become the whole screen. So you just want to see the RSI. I mean the Stokes. Double click the Stokes. You want to see the MACD. Double click the MACD. Double click to get out. Double click just this. So you can double click anything just to get the whole piece of it. All right. So this is the all-time history index for Bitcoin. All right. And we're going to do is we're going to Alt L and make it logarithmic. And then we're going to add a pi cycle template to it. And we're going to get rid of the stock to flow model. And let's break this down. So if you look at how Bitcoin has been performing, right? I use the pi cycle for the top. And every time we have a top, these two lines cross. So in my humble opinion, Bitcoin is not going to top until these lines get very close and hit each other right there. Like that was a top. Right, where these lines had touched, we topped. That was a top right there where these lines had topped. Then that was a false top because the lines were still far apart. We should have dumped. They printed money to get us just an extra pump there. And so look, these are far apart. When these are really far apart, you're in a great buying area. Like it tells you you're actually in a low buying area, They're getting closer, but what will happen is eventually You know, this will kind of do something like this, and then this will come something like that. And it looks like they'd cross somewhere right around there. And that puts Bitcoin around August or July of 2025. So a year from at $160,000, $170,000. The way Bitcoin's been moving, that does make some sense to me. You know, and then we start encroaching on the halving again in 2028. So I will not sell a large portion of an altcoin that I really believe in, you know, in the quote unquote bull run until these pi cycle lines cross. And so until these lines cross, like I just don't, and that's fine. The pi cycle is now different. The cycle is over now, but every single time Bitcoin topped, these two lines crossed each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know. So I just firmly believe we're still in an uptrend. Also, when I look at Bitcoin on the bigger time frame, we're in a nice uptrend too as well. Bitcoin's struggling to hold 81,000 now. My flag may not play out. You never know. That's why you don't risk too much either. But you want to see that hold the zone there. And it very well may. The fact that you're above the 21 with the 200 and the smooth moving, there's the smooth moving average there. There's the 200 and there's the 21. That's a beautiful thing. I mean, that's awesome. There's a good chance this is still going to play out. It's just finding its way right now. It's just finding its way. So remember, everyone, we did Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, Bitcoin. We talked about the CME gaps. We gave you a logarithmic chart on Bitcoin and showed you the pi cycle tops. We traded live in front of you. Like, like this is insanity. Like, and I don't even think I mentioned everything. We gave you mindset. We talked about how to build yourself up. I gave you the key to success. Showed you the fear and greed index. Went over what coins could be trending and what's hot, what's not. Showed you coin market cap. Broke down BOOKMAP, which gave us where the liquidity was. I mean, what else do you need? Like, my goodness. Like, this stream is out of control. Never mind, in a bull run, we're going to get super chats out of control. Let me do the super chats and finish off with this amazing live stream. You need that, delete that pre-halving run up to the all-time high and run a chart simulation. I don't know what he's saying. Am I really at a low point of my life? I lost my money trying to trade, and also others in my life have not been good. I think it might end this after all. I'm really in a low point of my life. I've lost most of the money trying to trade, and also so many other things in my life have not been good. I think I might end this after all. I'm going to give you a word of advice here. I need you. I need you. The world needs more beautiful people. We need you to be your best self, my friend. We're all waiting for you to come out of that shell and show us who you really are. You cannot end it all, my man. There's just too much of you to give in this world, and we're all waiting for you, man. Everybody, tell Anton we love him, man. I don't want to see anyone say this stuff. Anton, we love you, bro. Watch this. He's going to get bombarded with love right now. Watch this. Anton, we love you. Watch how many people tell you they love you, man, right now. And if over 1,000 people tell you they love you, brother, a few hundred right now, you got to realize you're in a good place. Everyone, if you could please write, Anton, we love you, brother. For me, I don't want to see this guy do the do, you know what I mean? I want to see him live. Look at this. Anton, we love you. Anton, we love you. We love you, friend. We love you, brother. Dude, there's a lot of love in this earth, man. Look at all this love right here, bro. Come on, man. Please don't do that. It's saying, please don't. And there is, you know, I'm not a psychological advisor, so please get yourself a psychological advisor. That shouldn't be even funny. I mean, I guess I'm a funny guy. I always try to be funny at some point, but it's not a funny moment, you know. But I am not a psychological advisor. But what I can do is tell you that people love you, man. We believe in you. Look at all these people that are telling you that this is insane how many people say we love you, man. So we're not going to let you fall off, brother. Keep coming back to the stream every day if you need to. I want to see you tomorrow saying, you know what, you're right. I made the good decision, and I'm still kicking, man. Because people need you in this life. We all need you. All right. How could you even think that your blessing isn't going to be one of the best blessings that we've all ever had? So stay blessed, man. Stay amazing. And don't let the devil get in your ear, brother. Don't let the devil take you down. Hang in there, man. Tomorrow is another day. All right. Look at this. We love you. People sending super chats for you, brother. They're spending their money on you now. Like, come on, man. That's got to do something for you. Spending their money on you to tell you how much they love you, bro. So Let's go back to fan funding and see what's happening here on the fan funding. Shout out to Desert Crypto. Shout out to Can We Look at Hot Holo. Grateful for your streams. Let's take a look at HOLO. And again, if you come to the stream, you don't get to see the super chat. Know that we timestamp every single one of these super chats. So you can always come back and get the super chat at your convenience whenever you're ready over here, right? Wow, so HOLO just got beat to the ground, huh? I remember Hotcoin. It did like a 30x. Maybe even more at one point. This is like the smallest coin in the game. Oh, look, I had a chart right there and we nailed it. Look at the last time I charted, we hit 73% gains out that flag. Nailed that coin. I probably never traded it again. See, then we left it alone. Just like every coin in the game, it's been falling off. So you got to see that the market, that the altcoins are going to bounce. This is a coin from last cycle. It's a very old coin. This was like pre-memes. This is what we used to trade before meme coins. There was just these tiny little coins. There was always something small. Maybe it bounces back to the upside with the cup and handle in the lower low, but it's unlikely it's going to happen anytime soon. Sideways and then maybe bounce back up. Hard to tell, man. That thing is done. Either you believe in it and you think it's like the best thing since sliced bread. I think there's better out there, though. I do. But you do you, man. Whatever makes you happy. Stay free, brother. Thank you so much for everything you do, Sam. I love your energy. 99 is my new family. Shout out to Hover84. We love you, Hover84. Mystic Flowers, can you do TN rare on Mech C? Bless to you. Blessed to you. Super rare on Mech C. Last time I looked at it was in a symmetrical triangle. They mainly break down. And what happened? It broke down. Interesting, right? Did exactly what it was supposed to do. Now it's beat to the ground, but had a nice little pump back above the 3-day 200 MA. That's key. You get above that 3-day 200 MA. That's awesome. What I would do is I would wait for the daily to possibly get a move. There it is. Back above the... So you're looking for those flags in smaller time frames that could possibly continue this puppy. Yeah, the 3-day looked like it got above the 200 MA, which is a bullish sign of continuation. Rare looks interesting to me. That's a bull flag. You might have found ourselves a bit of a setup here. And what does it do? I teach a lot of the students the good setups. Then they scan the market, and then they post the good setups. Then next thing you know, you're in a trading group with over almost 2,000 people that have all been, and then people also take one-on-ones with me, and then they stay in the trading group. So you have a lot of people that are well-trained. The whole point is there's a lot of well-trained people that spend $99 a month. They're serious people because 99 is no joke. And they really, really want to make it. They want to make that 99 back. And they want to help others figure out what's happening when they get that success. It's a group where when people get success, they want to spread it right back to the next person. Because the energetic way and the way they watch me make it happen gets them going. And they're like, you know what? I want to do what Sam did for me for somebody else. And it creates this group effect where we're all helping each other at a mass scale. Very, very, very. And I don't take days off. And so because I don't take days off, I do attract very consistent people because consistent people like consistency. And they want to be around consistent stuff. They want to be around a show that never takes a day off. That's what people are looking for. Somebody asked, what does McDonald's sell? And someone said a burger, or fries. And he said they don't sell any of those things. They sell consistency. That burger tastes the same from Boston all the way down to Florida. You take a bite of that burger for whatever reason, but for whatever reason it tastes, there's a reason why it tastes, the way it tastes, right? I'm not going to get into that right now, and we're not going to get into the milkshake theory and all that stuff. But what we will talk about is the fact that they do sell consistency, and they're ubiquitous, right? They're everywhere. So you just got to be more, and so that's how you win in business. You find out how consistent your competitor is, and you find a way to be more consistent. For instance, think about it. There was people that used to not use the phone app, and they'd have a car wash or something, right? Then one guy was like, well, that's not as consistent as a guy with a car wash that can also send ads to somebody's phone. So I can consistently be hitting them with ads, not just when they're driving, also digitally. the most consistent business wins, because he's gonna advertise on many different mediums. See, consistency. So if you ask yourself, what am I doing and how can I be more consistent in my way of business? If you can find out the answers to those questions and then fine tune what you're doing now, there's likely you will make a financial benefit to your company from that behavior. All right. What hours do your trading group stream for members? I am live all the time, man. I mean, I'm in the group all day long. I was there. I just showed you. I left the group at 1 in the morning. I was back at 7 a.m. Yeah. I don't know. There's no like one stream. I literally live in the group, man. I'm there all day long. I'm giving you all my things, everything I'm doing, all my trades. TA looks good, man. Thank you, Mystic Flowers. Taylor Murphy, HNS. So the 1 hour. Yeah, no, I see that. We love you, bro. Shout out to Bruno Danello. We love you too, Bruno. Neuro got rocked. What are your thoughts? You just got to hold and believe AI is going to come back, or it's not. Yeah, those are speculative coins that you bought, thinking that they could go up. They were highly speculative. The market caps were tiny. Yeah. I missed your response about trading stream times. I don't know what that means. I'm always in the group. Yeah, there aren't just specific times. I'm almost always in there. We're getting the pump to the upside here. Bitcoin up 17% on the gain. Now I'm at $50 on 250, man. No one can complain. I showed you guys how to make like $150 off $200 today. I'm just saying, that's like almost doubling your money, right? So you can see you could easily double accounts if you do, not easily, but you can double accounts if you stay disciplined and use proper risk management. This looks good to me. I don't see how this doesn't continue to go further to the upside. And then that 15-minute cracking the 200 MA, which is another bullish sign. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder there too as well. I like it. I like it a lot. I like what I'm seeing here. This is awesome. Good times, good things, good going here for MEXC. 81,440 for BTC. And how's the other BITUNIX trade open? Up 30. Wow, that one's way riskier because, right? But there you go, 2 trades. You can close them for $70. It's like, look, this shoulder, head and shoulder can break out too. So I have multiple confluences with why I believe we should stay long. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. So we opened up a long on this trade. I closed the longs from this morning. I never engaged in a short. I waited for a bounce, even though you could have taken a short this morning for a little move. And those are all the super chats, everybody. Thank you so much for the fan funding. You people are unbelievable. $113 in chat revenue. I can go buy my ribeyes again tonight. Thank you. I missed your response about trading stream times. Thank you. Neuro got rocked. What are your thoughts? I just think you just got to believe that it's going to come back or sell it off. I mean, it's up to you. BOOKMAP still has liquidity to the downside, but we've had that before and we've just kind of kissed it away. They are trying to hang and bring us all the way back down. Even this guy now sits at 66.1. So it's not over yet, and we may dump. I'll take you through it. I'll know what's going to happen. We'll lose the 200 MAs, and then we'll make bear flags. You know, if we're bearish, this is a symmetrical triangle. And these do break down 68% of the time. If this breaks up, it will be one of the first ones that's broken up in a long, long time. So this suggests you are going to break down, and the measured move takes you somewhere to 73,200. These I have to be saying 90% of the time these break down. So there's like a 90% chance this is going to dump on us. All we have to do is just close a candle above 81,000, 82K, and then get out of this channel. And it looks like we can pounce up to the 200 MA here. All right. And there you have it. I mean, that is an amazing show. I don't know how we do it every single day, but we do. And I'm amazed by it. Let's take a look at Layer. This super chat. Someone asked about Layer from Lakochi Coker. Lakochi! We love you, Lakochi! And we did find a setup that looks interesting to me, despite the market not being amazing. Soul Layer. Actually got a bit of a bounce there off that oversold region. Well, that's interesting. You know, I've seen this pattern before play out a few times. It looks like it's just going to get tight inside this symmetrical triangle. Make a little shoulder, like see it's a shoulder. Make a little shoulder there and then break to the upside. Head to 137. Definitely look worth watching on the radar, and it had this like a strange cup and handle. Previous support is resistance, and then the target takes you to about 137 for BTC. How was your workout? Was it great? How come you didn't walk to the gym? I saw you. Oh, you didn't. You didn't work out. How come you skipped your workout? It wasn't today? It was... Oh, okay. I'm on you. You gotta work out. I want you fitter than a fiddle. That's rude, right? You don't talk to your wife like that, right? I hope you do. You don't talk to your wife like that, do you? That's motivational. You do talk to your wife like that. Yeah. If you didn't care about the way I look, but that's not like calling your wife fat, though, is that? Or is that cool, too? She said, for me, it's okay. I gotta make you guys laugh, man. When you're a YouTuber, you know, you get to say a few things that you shouldn't be able to say. You know what I mean? In the house. Like, hey. The guy, he's one of those guys, huh? He's one of those guys over here. Why you not work out with your wife? Because we have different times. Thank you, Sammy. You're such a blessing to us. I'm never alone in the trading group. I love it. You never are. You never are. Always someone in there. My wife would take it the wrong way, of course. Bad. Crypto life for the guy. Yeah, entering the red line, bro. You better watch. No, don't call him that ever. Now, my wife doesn't mind. She says she doesn't because she wants to stay fit. You know, but I don't. Yeah, I don't need to do that. My wife is awesome. She's my wife is the hottest thing since sliced bread right now, man. I'm telling you, all I do is think about her, man. Like I dream about my wife like when I was a little kid in high school, man. I just met my first sweetie. I'm being corny now, but I love my wife, man. She's awesome. And I don't mind telling people. I don't want to make people jealous because we've got such a good relationship. And I know most people would want to have the type of relationship I have with my wife. We run a business together. We work together. We get to spend every day together. Like, we're on a great run together. And whenever we used to work separately, I used to say, I know if we worked together, we'd have a better business. We'd have a better life. I kept saying it to her all the time. Yeah. And that was another manifestation that came to fruition. I told her that me and her should start a business together and work together. She's not in the room anymore. No, she left. Everybody, I love you. Thanks, Sam. Next week, I get paid up joining the class. I never lose a trade when I listen to you. Hey, man, God bless you. Hey, it might happen, though. I'm not 100%. But, hey, I'm happy to hear that you haven't lost a trade, you know. Crypto Wyver says, I want to care about the way I look. There she is. She's chiming on in now. Amazing. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Layer does look interesting to me, but the overbought stochastics are a little sketchy right now. She's my homie. Patrick Bateman, it's awesome. Sam, it's unbelievable. Nearly every time I like a trade, I'll lose. It's so sad, but yeah, I have to learn more. You're speaking negatively to yourself. And not every time you take a trade, you lose. Every time you take a trade that you don't plan out beforehand, you lose. Say that again. Every time you take a trade that you don't plan out beforehand, every time you take a trade that you haven't actually backed up with backtesting, you lose. All my trades, I've backtested for years. I don't get into something that I haven't backtested, that I haven't seen play out over time. You're making trades based on, I don't know, but we're going to help you. Just keep showing up every single day. But change the way you said that to what I said, and it's going to help you. All right? You lose every trade that you haven't planned out. You haven't planned out your trades yet. You just got to start doing the right things. Let's change the behaviors you take before you trade. And I believe we're going to be able to change the way your outcomes come from those trades. All right. Losing is a chance to master a perfect plan 100%. I love that. I love that. And we leave you with the long still open, still pumping 14%. Let's see where this can go. I like that we're above the curving. This is all good. The smooth, the 200, and the curving 21 all does spell a move, but you never know. All right. That's me. When I make impulse trades, I lose. Thanks for your support. I'm getting better. Every trade must be planned out. Look at my trades, man. You don't think I don't ape into stuff? I wait for us to cross the 200 MA. I wait for the 21 to touch. I wait for the flag to form. I wait for the Stokes to get low. There's a whole strategy. There's a method to my madness. Every single trade has a plan, projection, and a focus. Get focused, get disciplined, and I will help you. But I can't help you if you're not focused and disciplined. You got to meet me halfway. If you're having trouble getting focused and discipline, you got to work out. I give a free workout every single day, basically, in my trading group. I have the keys to success. I know how to get you there. You know what the secret to success is, don't you? You know what it is, don't you? I'll tell you, man, every single person that's ever been successful, they know there's one key secret to success. It's an amazing secret. You know what the secret to success is? I just want to make sure it's getting started.